Altseason doesn't whisper, it erupts. Charts go vertical, portfolios balloon, and suddenly every ticker looks unstoppable. Social feeds turn euphoric. This one's the next 100x, they say. Then the room goes quiet. Green fades to red, gains unwind, sometimes 70 to 90% in a fraction of the time it took to make them. We saw it in 2017. We saw it in 2021. And if you're not prepared, it can happen again. What separates the traders who keep their profits from the ones who give them back isn't luck. It's discipline guided by data. Cold, on-chain signals that reveal when smart money is already easing out while the crowd is still celebrating. Welcome to CryptoVista, where we track the signals behind the market's biggest moves. Right now, the market is still led by Bitcoin. Dominance hovers around the 60% area, and minor pressure gauges like Puell are not in their red zone. In other words, momentum exists, but the classic blow-off conditions aren't flashing bright red. That's exactly when a rules-based exit plan matters most. Here are the 5 signals I watch, and how to act when they align. The Altseason Index turn. When the index pushes into full alt-season territory and then stalls for a couple of weeks before slipping back, that's distribution. Liquidity stops expanding, narratives cool, and leadership narrows. If we see that pattern again, index overheated, momentum rolling over, start trimming about 1/3 of your alt exposure. It's not panic, it's planned asymmetry. Second, MVRV Z-Score on key alts. MVRV compares price to cost basis. As it climbs into historically hot levels, euphoria disconnects from fundamentals, and bigger players take profits. For many alts, the yellow zone arrives before the textbook bubble prints. When your coin reaches that stretch zone, scale out, take roughly 40% off, and if it stretches further, reduce more. The principle is simple. The farther above cost basis, the less reward you're being paid for rising risk. Third, exchange inflow surges. Coins moving from cold storage onto exchanges often precede selling. A sharp week-over-week jump, especially alongside rising volume, is a classic early tell. If your alt's inflows spike materially, rotate 1/4 of that position into stables. Catch the quiet exit before the candles start shouting. Fourth, realized profit waves. When network-wide realized profits expand abruptly, it's often exhaustion, not strength. 1 or 2 weeks of outsized profit-taking is enough to cap individual coin exposure at around 10% and begin scaling out into strength. Tops aren't one print, they're a process. Let the data nudge you to de-risk while momentum still looks good. Fifth, the dominance plus Puell duo. Altseason thrives when Bitcoin is calm or gently losing dominance. When dominance stops falling and begins to trend higher, and minor revenue metrics push toward historically hot territory, capital rotates back to BTC. That's usually where Altseason fades. If dominance climbs steadily week over week while minor pressure rises, shift to defense, rotate into BTC or cash and wait for cleaner setups. No single indicator calls the top, but when 3 or more line up, overheated index, stretched MVRV, rising inflows, profit spikes, and a dominance turn, the odds shift. That's when you step off the train before it derails. So here's the blueprint. Track these 5, set alerts, and scale out methodically. Let data, not dopamine, decide your timing. Altseason builds wealth, exits preserve it. Start with 1 signal this week. Journal it. Act on it. Watch your edge compound. This is CryptoVista, signals that secure wins.